Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we have the dopest of the sauces of videos because CoD has just released the V1.0.8 update, codenamed Dragon Hunter. Now, this, as far as the patch notes and the update information, and it tells us, right, that it's going to be releasing here on the 20th at 7 UTC, right? So that's in 2 days, because again, today's the 18th. But this is interesting and really cool because we were suspecting that this was going to be the case, right? You have server 1 that has a little less than 24 hours now until, I think maybe, actually could even be around 12 hours or so, if not less, before their first season finishes. And we're going to try and bring you a video on that as well. But this is going to be awesome for us to go through. We're going to give you a full patch notes, kind of update breakdown on everything that is going to be coming in this new update. I'm excited. Before we jump into it, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. And of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. Okay, so here we go. Got some orange juice with me today. So we got bringing you latest news from across Damaris, Kella. Latest announcement from the Merchants Guild is again 1.0.8. Dragon Hunter will be released here on 7 UTC. The new update is chock full of content, as it should be, because it's pretty much the second big update that we've got so far for the game. Again, estimated servers are going to be down for 2.5 hours. Now, let me say this to preface beforehand, because I know people are going to be bringing the pitchforks out if it's not exactly at 2.5 hours. Take this as a minimum number. Do not treat it as a maximum number. If you do that, mentally, you will be more sane, and you'll have better realistic expectations. Okay, let's go here. A smoother route to prosperity. Changes and additions to artifacts. 3 new epic artifacts: Heart Piercer, Archery Mastery's Manual, and Magic Bomb. 3 new elite artifacts: Rapid Crossbow, Bone Cleaver, and Ever Ice. I like that Ever Ice. That's nice. Draw them from the artifact compendium and equip your heroes with them. Changed the skill effect of Giant's Bone. That's the one where you throw it down. It's like the line. It's the line that hits, and I think it hit up to 3. Damage from Power Strike only applies to Darklings, Dark Creatures, and Behemoths. Changed the skill effect of Green Finger Sickle. Resources gained from Quick Harvest depend on the resource gathered. See below. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if that's because it was a flat rate, and now they're changing it specifically based on that actual RSS type. So this is the one thing I will say. I love that they're giving you specifics here already, but I would love for them to add in what was the artifact's current skill or previous skill, and then what is it being changed to now, right? So you're kind of showing the before and after, not just the after. But Quick Harvest, right? So now you can see gold goes from 100,000 up to 400k, wood the same, ore is 75,000 to 300,000, and mana is 40,000 to 160. Then we have changed Boots of Swiftness artifact buff. Now grants a 1.5% increase to Legion HP when ascended to 4 stars, down from 2%. So see, I like how they included what the before was here. Let's just apply that to everything. But again, right, and then you'll be pimping. Then we got War Frenzy, can be activated when casting artifact skills on enemy legions. Interesting, right? Because I think that might have been a glitch, or maybe some of them weren't proccing. So now that it is, I think that's actually a good addition. So it doesn't kind of allow people to kind of cheat the mechanic. Added the ability to unequip artifacts. I actually think that's nice because because you wouldn't be able to do that. Before, you actually had to click on it and change it, or you had to click on another hero and then apply that one and kind of override equip it to that hero. I like that. Added the PvP artifact tag to more clearly display artifact features. This I actually think is a W because they have titles, artifact titles, or subtypes for pretty much everything, but not PvP. So I think this is a good addition. Number 2, when exchanging legendary hero tokens, season custom tokens will be recommended to use first. Okay, I like that. It sounds like a little bit more quality of life to me, but solid. 2, when 3, reduce the difficulty of leveling up heroes and artifacts during Season 1. Heroes and artifacts will have a maximum star rating of 4 stars, with artifacts having a maximum level of 40. Interesting. So it almost looks like they're kind of doing a soft cap on kingdoms that are going to have their first seasons, and then when Season 2 comes out, they'll kind of maybe raise the cap. That almost seems like what this is going to be. Because, again, it is starting off with reducing the difficulty of leveling heroes and artifacts. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know if this is a W for me. Right? I mean, maybe if there's... I am iffy on this, because to me it doesn't make any sense on why you would cap the levels. Why not just allow for everyone to have max when you're going, right? Maybe if you did something where you released a certain amount of artifacts, and then maybe Season 2 you did more. Like, if it was something like that, maybe... or something in that type of realm. I just don't know if this is... I would love to know what the reasoning is here, because it just, to me, just seems like you're limiting content just for the sake of limiting content to give people a reason, or maybe like an extra kind of almost unnecessary reason to want, or like you're overreaching for a reason for people to stay in a kingdom or keep playing past Season 1. I don't know. I'm iffy. I'd love to know what you guys think on this. To me, it just seems like it's pretty much unnecessary. But again, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Number 4, Goblin market changes. Removed scrap function for legendary hero tokens and legendary artifact emblems. I'm curious here on this one, because to me, if you're removing a scrap function for a specific tier type, then I guess wouldn't that make it then difficult to apply those legendary materials for something else? To be fair, I haven't scrapped specifically any legendary hero tokens or legendary artifact emblems, so if you're someone who has, I'd love to know really what you think. And then, if it's something that I think is sound, right, I'll try to add it to the pinned comment, but definitely would love to know thoughts here on scrapping this. Metals can be scrapped to gain hero coins, and essence can be scrapped to gain artifact coins. Adjusted refresh chances for speed up items at the goblin market. Okay, I mean, I like this. If they're trying to make it so you can incorporate more speed up items in your refreshes, I'm actually not against that. Okay, then we get to number 2. An even richer combat experience. Darkling guards refresh more often, allowing you to find Darkling guards closer to your city. I'm a fan of this, because there were times where I'd have to walk, 20, 30, 40, 50 kilometers sometimes, even though I was searching right near my city. So if this helps with that, I'm down. Improved the battle log system, fixing issues where buffs would not be accurately reported. I'm a fan of that. Hey, look, if we're doing fixes internally for those, I think it's good, because a lot of people like analyzing the reports to look at matchups for futures. And obviously just, how effective buffs, skills, I would imagine artifacts and pairings, right, etc. Shield effects and other buffs gained by legions can now be seen in the battle logs. Ooh, I like this. Shield effects and other buffs gained by legions. I'm a fan of that. I think part of me almost feels like it'd be nice for the battle logs to be kind of their own thing, where you really look to make that visually rich by making it easier to understand a log. Right, like sure, you can have this really specifics, but I think it would be nice to almost have kind of a, I don't want to say a quick overview, but just more of a simplified approach on how you can read a log. So you don't necessarily have to maybe spend as much time or go as deep in it. Though I also understand the complexity of, how can you efficiently work in. I just think maybe if they added in kind of another kind of, I hate to say quick view screen, because it just doesn't come across right, but maybe just a more simplified version on top, right, though they leave everything else that they have in there as well, because I think the details are very important. Change the command system for legions. Previously, players had to tap and hold empty spaces on the map to issue commands. This has been changed to a simple tap. Oh, thank you. Talk about a great quality of life improvement. So thank you. This is a good one. I take that as a W. Improved the recommendation system for Legion configurations. Recommendations will now more accurately fit a hero's attributes. I like this, because at times I was feeling as though when I would send a specific march out, it would just default to siege on basically everyone, or it would default to warriors, or infantry, I should say, on everyone. So again, I actually really like this one. Then we get to number 5 here, which is, I think I can scroll down. Here we go. Fixed hero skills. Man, this is a long one. Fixed errors in the upgraded preview for Atheist's passive skill, Sanctified Wings. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just work this in. Previous, now. Bam, you're killing it right now, right? But just kill it every time. Okay. Previously, HP increase 5% to 15. Healing effect received increase 8. Probably a typo there. I'm going to go with 5 to 20. Oh, also, I like how it's just the percentage. I'm assuming, oh, wow, then it's 20 to 15. Wow, some typos here that are going on. I'm assuming this is like 5, 7, 11, 15, 20 is what I'm going with. And then this one I'm going to assume is 5, 8, 11, 15, 20. You guys should really get someone to prove this. Small things, small things. And now the HP increase is 3 to 10. So so you're losing 5% on the top end, and then healing effect received is 4 to 15. So you're losing 5% on the top end as well. Wow. Okay, so basically a debuff. Fixed an issue where Alwyn's passive skill, Friend of the Hemlock, would not take effect, and fixed errors in the skill description, chance of inflicting ensnare, changed from 10 to 15%. Oh, wow. So, okay, so a little bit of an increase there for Alwyn's. Again, Atheists were previously with the HP increase. This almost reminds me kind of like the Chakcha. I think it's Chakcha is the hero. So where you'll get the kind of the HP heal at the end of the battle. And we ended up seeing that being used for open field. I think we ended up, I can't remember if we saw it used in some rallies, but I know I was seeing it quite a few used as primary or secondary because the skills will activate. I believe it's just not the talents for the secondary hero that's attached, but it's skills for your primary, talent for primary, and then it's skills for your secondary. Again, unless it's changed. And then we have number 6 here is reduced unit count losses for legions, attacking Darkling patrols, dark creatures, Darkling guards, and Darkling forts, and reduce the number of severely wounded units. Oh, wow. So this is just in general. So they're just like reducing the amount of losses in general. I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. I'm not necessarily against it. I just don't know if this one might be too early. It would also be nice if they just gave us a percentage, like saying, hey, we're going to reduce the amount of losses by 10%. We're just going to start it small and then go from there, right? And I want to point this out. I don't necessarily think these percentage changes are that drastic, right? Maybe you could have went from... from 20, from 50, like this goes from 50, maybe you go 15 to 12.5, right? Maybe you do smaller ones instead of like reducing it by a third and then this one by a quarter. Like to me, that's pretty significant, right? When you think about that, as far as for the top end differences. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out as a thought. Fix an issue where ranged units counterattack damage would be calculated incorrectly in rallied armies. So not that they're changing it, but that it was, I guess, displayed or documented incorrectly. So that's good. Nice quality of life. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Number 3. Right here we start getting to some of the more juicy stuff. A more accessible map. Added a new notification when you discover an observatory. And when your missed exploration progress is in an area is over 90%, you can now tap a pop-up icon on the right-hand side of the screen to jump to an observatory and activate it. Well, I like that. This is good because I believe the observatories should be starting. I want to say it's the extra quests, or unless it's just the wonders that do those. But regardless, if they're making this more easier to find those, and this is a piece of feedback that people have been providing, I'm all for it. Quality of life W. Increased the area of mist dispersed. Oh, I see. The observatory is the thing that removes some of the mist. Cool. I'm actually okay with this. Really, I'm actually okay either way. I don't think it's that bad to grind fog. But if it's something where you're going to have to constantly grind fog every season, then I'm going to take this as a W. You can now see the location of all observatories on the map by selecting Alliance mode or Explore mode. Oh, interesting. So there's going to be some new modes, possibly. And hopefully no one tells me that there's always been modes, and I'm just made a very noobish comment because I never noticed it. But if that's the case, I'll take that. Added icons denoting bridges on the map, allowing you to see the locations. Oh, man, this is a W. Big W here. Being able to see locations of all the bridges, because if you're looking to kind of map out where you're going to be flagging, that is important, right? Just as one note. So I love it. Okay, cool. Ooh, improved alliance system. Oh, fam, it's getting juicy. It's getting juicy. Here we go. An improved alliance system. Tapping coordinates with an alliance tag in the chat window allows you to jump to that location on the map. Tapping coordinates. Coordinates with an alliance tag. Part of me feels someone might have to explain this one to me because I feel because I've seen people post chords in chats, but maybe what this means is that this will allow for you to post chords. I don't know. Maybe this just means it'll allow you to post kind of random chords. Someone's got to explain this one to me because I'm not. Maybe it's just the way it's written and it's not comprehending for me. But part of me feels like this is kind of doable. But I'm sure someone's going to let me know. Number 2, added the ability to recall legions within a rallied army back to your city. Oh, W. The rally captain can... Oh, here we go, man. Now they're starting to add in the goods for us, baby. The rally captain can also choose to dismiss any legion and return them to the city. Oh, shabooya boo. Work it, girl, work it. Number 3, when relocating... I don't want to go too far to get to the next one. When relocating your city to territory near an alliance road, a road will automatically be constructed. When relocating your city to a territory near an alliance road. Okay. Connecting your city to the alliance road. This automatically constructed road cannot be upgraded and will not increase Legion's march speed, but it does make your city look better on the map. So it's just a visual thing? I don't get this, though. Wouldn't this be bad? When relocating your city to territory near an alliance road, a road will Oh, I see. A road is constructed between... Okay. Connecting your city to the alliance road. This automatically... Oh, I see. Got it. So it's... I understand. Got it. So, got it. It's more visual, right? So it's basically like... It's almost like when you're connecting to a village, right? It's a branch. It's a branch road that it's almost like, they're trying to give you the feel of it's, kind of like you're in a... I don't know, you're on like some farmland or something, right? Or you're out in the boonies and you just have the roads that kind of connect to the homes off of the main road, I guess is what it is. When you have deployed a legion to join a rallied army, an icon for the rallied army will appear on the top left corner of the screen, allowing you to easily tell whether you have joined a rally. Oh, I like that. Okay, again, right, now we're getting some quality of life stuff in here. Changed the death rate of severely wounded units in garrison legions, which is defending, when legions deployed to alliance members' cities are attacked, severely wounded units will die at a rate of 10% rather than 50%. Okay. That sounds better. Okay. Number 6, increased ore, wood, gold, and mana storage capacity for the alliance storehouse. This to me seems to be a W. There's a few other things I'd love to see, but we'll talk about those later. Number 5, more enjoyable events. Breaking through event changes. Added a preparation phase. Alliance officers can set a location. And this is like the cart one. This is where you're basically defending the carriage. Alliance officers can set a location and waiting period for the preparation phase, beginning a countdown to the start of the event. I like that. Once set, the caravan will wait at the designated location. Alliance members can head there within the allotted waiting period. Improved the team selection system. The system will no longer automatically select teams. Tap the caravan, then select the escort button to join the team. I actually take this as a W, right? I think you're giving them time to set up and prepare, so why not? That's a win. Number 2, increased the duration of Titan's Legacy from 56 to 70 days and changed the EXP rewards for event quests. Okay. Sure. Yeah, why not? I mean, if it needs to be longer, I'm down. Okay, cool. Now they're actually getting into the Forge of Light. Ooh, look at that. More details on seasons. Ooh, that's the goods. Let's finish this one. 3, Forge of Light event changes. Reduced the difficulty of acquiring legendary artifacts. You are now guaranteed to receive a legendary artifact every 90 draws, rather than 120. That's a W for me, as pretty much going to be a free-to-play, potentially super light spend. The probability of obtaining legendary artifacts has been increased from 1.0855% to 1.5155%. So they're getting an increase. Okay. I'll take it, right? As pretty much going to be a predominant free-to-play, super light spend. That's a win for me. Increase the chances of receiving designated artifacts. The blessing system has replaced the previous system of exchanging remaining draws for artifacts. Interesting. I wonder... I've seen a blessing system in Infinity Kingdom, so I don't know if it's going to be like that. If it is, I'm not going to be potentially a fan. However, I will wait to give direct feedback until we can see it. As far as the exchanging for remaining draws, I'd love to know what some of you, probably more the spenders, because I would imagine you're really being able to roll more often here, would love to know what you think. All right, here we go, dude. Oh my gosh. Almost done. More details on seasons. This is going to be dope, hopefully. The Augerstone page has been improved, showing more details about seasons. Oh, thank you, bejesus. Or Buddha, whoever you pray to. Season info. Added an introduction for each season and information regarding season progress and season resets. Oh, this is dope. This is what they needed. Season summary. Added a season summary section showing each alliance's specific finishing circumstances and season objectives. Oh, okay. Season rewards. Added rewards for completing season objectives, which can be claimed according to your achievements in the season. Incredible treasures await you. That's what I'm talking about. More information on the seasons. Let's throw in some more rewards, which is free rewards, right? But that's just our combination word. And just give us more details. That's cool. So now we'll just have to wait to see how that looks when the update hits. But this to me is more quality of life. I'm a fan. Then we get to number 7, other improvements. This is always the interesting part. Improved gather reports. You can now see experience gained by the hero through gathering. I like other improvements because to me this is like this is like one of the most exciting parts to talk about because it's kind of like the miscellaneous stuff. Improved gather. You can now see EXP gained by the hero through gathering and any additional rewards conferred by hero talents. Oh, this is cool. That's a win. I like this. Added a feature allowing you to use choice resource chests in the resource replenishment page. Okay. I think if this is what I think it is, I like it. So you know when you're going to upgrade a building or start a research queue and you don't have the amount of resources needed and it'll let you kind of do like a quick resource replenish. If this is what they're meaning, adding it to that page, I am a fan and that's A+ in my book. Improved the storehouse management interface, adding separate pages showing the protection capacity for each resource type. I like this. That's a W for me as well. Defeating the Darkling Legions will no longer drop elite medals. Does that mean that it'll drop only higher medals? If that's, I guess this is good. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. Added a new notification for heroes' main stories. You can now quickly see which heroes within your city have accessible main stories and interact with them. That to me is cool because sometimes I feel like there's only a few and it just randomly rotates. So if they're just going to kind of have all your little mini characters running around like a bunch of Sims characters, I'm down. Here we go. 7. Added an autoplay function for stories. Dialogue choices must still be made manually. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And then let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. That's all I got. Oh, and the Merchants Guild always welcomes any feedback or suggestions. Tap here to give feedback. All players who provide feedback before the update goes live will receive a reward from the Merchants Guild within 5 days after the update comes. So make sure you submit feedback. Even if it's just going through, and I don't know what type of feedback, but maybe you just say you like it, or this is my recommendation when you give feedback. If you like something, explain why you like the change. Right? This is one of the most important. So if you're still here at the moment, listen to what I have to say. When you give feedback, don't just say, "Oh, that's dope sauce, broski. Just thanks for giving us these elite updates." No, don't do that, okay? Actually write something out. I'm not saying you have to write an essay, but this is what I would recommend if you're just kind of looking for general rule of thumb. If you're going to give feedback and you want to highlight something as a positive, say, you know what, I really like this specific update that's included in these notes. This is why I like it. This is why I think it's meaningful. Explain that. If you're giving opportunity feedback, right, which is more of, maybe you don't think something in an update is that good, or maybe you think it's a rework, or maybe you think it shouldn't be added, kindly explain why. For this line item in the update, the reasons I think it may be hurtful or impactful, or it may not work as intended, is because of this. and list out your reasons kindly. If you're giving a general suggestion on something you would like to see included in the game, explain what it is, why do you think it would be a benefit, and then if there's anything that, is kind of like, and then explain like maybe what the before and the after would be, which I guess kind of loosely goes into that. But this is a good format to operate under, right, when you're giving feedback. But also, it'll give you some rewards, so take advantage. And then here we go. It says, Hunt, it's been a pleasure to fight alongside you. I truly mean it. Me and Dronky, love the name, are looking forward to carrying on the fight against the Darklings by your side and hunting down some dragons too. So I hope you hold up your end of the deal. Your pal and business partner, Kella, Call of Dragons team. So bam, shout out to Kella. Sounds dope. Sounds like a cool person. And honestly, the majority of this update I like, because they're really making strides to add on and include, I would argue, a bountiful amount of improvements that are very relevant to the current state of the game, and then where hopefully they're going to be able to take the game. So this to me is a W update for the most part. I like it, and as always, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments down below on anything we talked about. If you've read the update yourself, what are you most looking forward to? What do you think's iffy? And what do you think would be cool for them to include in the next update? Right? Let me know. All of that and more. That is it for me, as always. Until next time, I'll catch you later.